This is Lorita, a tiny dog who stayed for a week and never went back home. We were only supposed to take care of her for about a week. That was the plan. But when that week ended, her family never came back for her. They told us she would be better off staying with us. She was already 3 years old at the time, and that made everything feel bittersweet. I was happy to keep her, of course, but at the same time, I knew she was hurting in her own quiet way. They had been her family for 3 years. That kind of bond doesn't just disappear. So, yes, it was bittersweet. Still, I was grateful she was with me. I remember the very first time I saw her. I instantly wanted to cry. When you see her in person, the first thing you think is, "Oh my God, this is the smallest dog I've ever seen." She weighs about 2 pounds. I honestly cannot handle how cute she is. Even now, sometimes when I look at her, I feel tears come up. She has this expression, I call her old lady face. She closes her eyes and makes this little face that's hard to explain. She makes that face as if we haven't seen each other in ages. It melts me every time. Lorita doesn't fit the typical Chihuahua stereotype. She's not aggressive or overly nervous, but she does have her own way of setting boundaries. She lets you know very clearly, I don't like this, or I don't want that. And I actually think that's healthy. She's so small that people could easily just grab her and move her wherever they want. I try very hard to respect her space and her signals. She's independent in her own way, but she also loves being around me. She really enjoys human contact. When we go to the beach, the park, or anywhere public, she'll wander off a little. She'll walk straight up to a group of people. She just sits in the middle like saying, "I'm here, just pet me." She does that all the time. Of course, people react wherever we go. I hear a lot of, "Oh my God." Some people even say, "What is that? It looks like a rat." Others say she doesn't look like a real dog. That always makes me feel protective. I want to make sure her needs and her wishes are respected, no matter how small she is. Sometimes I just look at her lying in her bed, and in my head I tell her how much I love her and how much I want to take care of her for as long as I can. If you're ever thinking about adopting an animal, my only advice is this. Don't just think about what you want, think about what they need. Respect their past, their feelings, and their boundaries. Adoption is a commitment, not just a moment. If Lorita's story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. It truly helps more stories like this reach the right people. Thank you so much for watching and for caring.